face-off in the Elk River zone. Gustafson pushes it on the boards to Lurberg. Lurberg throws it ahead. Lurberg gets it back. Lurberg will skate it out. Knocked off his stick. Brainerd gets it back. Lurberg pokes it away. Brotzel throws it near side in the corner to Johnson. Johnson drops it back. Gustafson will play it along the boards. Taken away by Brainerd. Now pucks at the blue line. Brainerd plays it down low. Gustafson chops at it. Gets it out in the neutral zone. Schultz carries it in. Schultz takes a shot just wide of the net, up the boards. Lurberg send it in. That's wide, kicked away by Brainerd. Backhanded towards the blue line, held in by Brotzel. Brotzel pushed it down the boards to Gustafson. Gustafson's pass broken up. Brainerd will skate it out. Brainerd into the Elk River zone, poked away by Schultz. Puck down low. It's going to be a penalty on Brainerd. Took a swing and caught Barth in the back of the head. Stockman out of the net. Played ahead, Brainerd will touch up. Elks on the power play. High stick is the call. Elks on the power play. Dahlberg will take the draw. Dahlberg chips it down. Puck pushed up towards the blue line. Held in by Lurberg. Lurberg gets it to Hansen. Hansen plays it down the boards to Miller. Miller sends it across to Salo. Salo's shot attempt poked away. Back up to Miller. Miller to Hansen. Hansen up top to Miller. Miller sends it back to Hansen. Hansen over to Lurberg. Lurberg back to Hansen. Hansen to Miller. Miller's shot knocked down by Brainerd into the corner. Flex off the official's backside. Brainerd has it, sends it up towards the blue line, held in by Lurberg. Lurberg cuts toward the middle. Lurberg shot. Rebound saved. Shot by Salo. Rebound comes out. Back up to the blue line. Elks knock it down but can't hold it in. Along the Elks bench, Hansen sends it across to Lurberg. Lurberg will skate it up and carry it into the Brainerd zone. Played along the boards. Out to Salo, poked away. Back up the boards to Dahlberg. Dahlberg will get it to Lurberg. Lurberg. Shot. Goalie will glove that and get a whistle. 13:31 remaining in the first. 59 seconds left on the power play for the Elks. Elks will switch up the defensive pairing. Holmes and Brotzel join in. Dahlberg on the draw. Salo has it poked away, puck along the boards. Brainerd tries to push it ahead. Elks hold. Kicked ahead. Battle for it. Brainerd has it at the blue line. They'll get it out in the neutral zone. Brotzel stops it at center ice. Looks ahead, gets it to Salo. Salo gives it to Miller. Miller cuts in. Miller gonna put out in front of Dahlberg. His shot attempt was just wide. Dahlberg up the boards to Holmes. Holmes back to Brotzel. Back to Holmes. Over to Dahlberg. Dahlberg's going to take a look. He's going to pass to Salo out front. Poked off his stick. Brainerd will get it up and all the way up ice. Holmes will carry behind the net. Pass across, up the boards to Harris. Harris knocked off the puck. Miller plays along the boards. Back to Harris. Poked away. Miller battles for it. Harris gets it back. Harris walks in. Harris shot. Goal! As the power play was set to expire, Harris gives the Elks a 1-0 lead. Harris from Miller, but we'll see. Harris on the draw. Brainerd has it off the draw. Cross center ice, sent deep in the Elk River zone. Stockman plays it, leaves it for Norton. Norton throws it back up the boards. Brainerd will get there first, taken away by Barth. Barth throws it back behind the net to Norton. Norton sends it up ice to Christian. Christian will cross center ice. He's ridden off the puck by Brainerd. Brainerd will turn it right back up on the neutral zone. Back up ice. 1-on-5. Brainerd sends it deep. Norton plays it behind the net. Up the boards. Brainerd steps in front, knocks away. Harris picks it up. Harris sends it along the boards. So they're saying Harris from Christian and Johnson, but it was Harris from Christian and Miller. Played ahead. Johnson with it. Johnson tries to send it across to Christian. Christian has it at center ice. Stick pulled away. Brainerd gets it back. Sent deep. Back behind the net. Brainerd will pick it up. Pass out in front. Couldn't control it. We're going to get a whistle here. High stick is the call on the Elks. Christian in the box. 2 for high sticking. So Elks on the kill. Gustafson, Brecken Johnson, Hansen and Holmes. Holmes with it. Holmes sends it up off the boards into the Brainerd zone. Goalie will leave it behind the net. Played ahead. Brainerd gets across center ice, sends it deep into the Elk River zone. Past Stockman, into the corner behind the net. Tied up by Holmes. Hansen plays it behind the net. Brainerd gets it back, centering pass. Brainerd walks towards the slot. Shot blocked by Harris, or Johnson, I'm sorry, Brecken Johnson up ice. Johnson skates it in. Johnson shot, goalie with a save into the corner. Back out in the neutral zone. Brainerd has it back. Sent up ice. Holmes will send that right back into the Brainerd zone. Hits one of the Brainerd players as he's going to the bench. He's going to whistle. It could have been a too many men, but I don't think they're going to call it. Face off at center ice. Battle for it at center ice. Into the Elk River zone. Brainerd plays it. Side of the net, out in front. Elks get a piece of it. Shot attempt goes wide. Up down low. Barth had his stick held on to. The Brainerd player went down. Out in front, saved by Stockman. Another shot, saved by Stockman. Stockman covers the rebound. Brainerd player dove on Stockman. .10:01 remaining. There's 43 seconds left in the penalty to Christian. Brainerd has it up top, sent across. Back top. Shot blocked. Brotzel will send that up and out of the zone. Brainerd goalie back to play it. 24 seconds left on the power play. Brainerd sent across. Off the bench area, now onto the bench area. .9:33 remaining in the first 16 seconds left on the power play. Saylor will take the draw. Miller, Lerberg, and Brotzel join him. Brainerd has it back. Sent up ice. Brainerd chips into the zone. Brotzel has it at the blue line. He'll send it right back in the Brainerd zone. Deflects off of Miller's stick. Brainerd gets it back behind the net. Along the boards. Miller knocks away, but Brainerd gets it back. Christian out of the box. Puck wraps behind the net. Stockman leaves it for Lerberg. Lerberg's pass across, broken up by Brainerd. Back behind the net. Brotzel with it. Sends it to Salo. Salo will carry it out. Ahead to Miller. Miller gets along the blue line. He gets shoved into the boards. Puck goes back down low. Goalie plays it. Brainerd throws it back behind their net. Christian ties him up, throws him into the boards. Salo with it, poked away. Salo picks it up behind the net. Up the boards to Miller. Miller leaves it for Lerberg. Lerberg steps in. Lerberg sends it back down low to Salo. Salo back with the boards to Lerberg. Lerberg takes a shot. Deflected, goes just wide of the net. Back along the boards. Elks hold. Bratzel sends it to Miller. Miller skates in. Miller across to Christian. Christian not able to hold it. Back up the boards to Hansen. Hansen sends that in, deflected back down low. Christian gets it again. Christian back behind the net to Salo. Salo gets ridden off the puck. Back up the boards and up and out of the zone. Stockman's going to send it right back up ice, catch the Brainerd interchange. Elks need to clear though, so it's going to be icing, unfortunately. Elks tried to catch him in a change. .803 left here in the first. Puck loose at the circle. Holmes with it. Holmes pushed off the puck. Harris picks it up. Harris tries to get it to Johnson. Brainerd sends it back down low. Knocked away by Hansen. Hansen up the boards to Johnson. Johnson sends it up the boards past Harris. Just past center ice. Brainerd is going to get it back. Hansen gets it now. Hansen sends it deep. Puck back behind the net. Harris picks it up. Poked off his stick to Remick. Remick's going to take a shot, goalie with a save into the corner. Back up the boards. Hansen plays it at the blue line, holds it in, sends it back down low. Brainerd picks the puck up. Up ice. Brainerd sends it across into the Elk River zone. Holmes knocks that off his stick. Holmes in the corner, back up the boards to Johnson. Johnson leaves it for Harris. Harris up ice with Remick, 2-on-2. Carries it in. Across to Remick. Remick return, pass across, just knocked away. Brainerd sends it back up ice into the Elk River zone, icing. Elks leading 1-0. Shot 6-4 in favor of the Elks. Puck out in front. Brainerd picks it up. Sent up ice. Barth flips it ahead back to Gustafson. Gustafson avoids Johnson. Johnson has it now. Back to Barth. Back to Gustafson. Gustafson pushes it across center ice. Gustafson will carry it in. Cam takes a shot, goalie with a save, puck behind the net. Puck poked away, comes back to Gustafson. Gustafson, another fire, that's blocked and goes to the boards. Up the boards, Brainerd will send it across, up and out of the zone. Someone lost a net guard, Barth will carry it in. Barth's shot sails over the net. Back into the corner, Brainerd picks it up. Played ahead, Salo steps in, knocks the puck away. Elks hold. Salo gets it along the boards. Salo down to Gustafson. Gustafson behind the net. Gets pushed off the puck. Battle for it along the boards. Salo with it now. Salo up the boards to Barth. Barth back to Salo. Salo across to Bratzel. Bratzel's shot is blocked. Up and out of play. .556 remaining here in the first. That card belonged to a Brainerd player. Dahlberg will take the draw. Down into the corner. Miller and Salo pressure. Puck comes back up the boards. Brainerd plays it across. Cross center ice. Into the zone. Broken up by Lerberg. Lerberg gets it back. Skates it back behind the net. Lerberg up the boards to Salo. Salo to Dahlberg. Dahlberg up ice. Carries it in wide. Dahlberg is going to cut to the net. Miller's there. Puck goes back behind the net. Salo with it. Salo up the boards to Lerberg. Lerberg leaves it for Salo. Salo across to Bratzel. Bratzel to Miller. Miller shot from the point. Puck's loose out in front. Brainerd gets it back. Up and out to center ice. Back in the Elk River zone. Lerberg with it. Lerberg plays it ahead. Knocked off Salo's stick. Salo will gather it. Salo up ice to Miller. Miller's going to give it to Dahlberg. Dahlberg pokes it towards the Brainerd zone. Brainerd picks it back up. Back in the Elk River zone. Hansen gets it to Bratzel. Bratzel to Miller. Miller to Harris. Harris has it poked away. throws it up ice, deflects off a Brainerd player. Brainerd, Elks get it back. Brainerd carries it in 2-on-1. Pass across out in front. Brainerd tries to play it. Elks able to get back, recover, knock the puck away. Remick, stick knock out of his hands. Brainerd throws it deep. Out in front, knocked away by the Elks. Harris carries it out. Harris tries to play it at center ice. Brainerd gets it back. It comes right back to the Elks. Johnson sends it deep. Puck behind the net. Up the boards. Harris up ice to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Holmes. Holmes drops back to Johnson. Johnson over to Remick. Back to Holmes. Shot, goalie with a save. Another shot. Rebound comes back behind the net. Remick battles for it. Brainerd gets it back. Played ahead to the blue line. Norton sends it back down low. Sent out front to Remick. Remick takes a look. Shot goes just wide of the net. Brainerd carries it up. Played across. Back the Elk River zone. Stockman leaves it for Barth. Play it along the boards. Chips ahead. The zone to Schultz. He avoids the hit. Brainerd picks the puck back up. Back to Schultz behind the net. Norton across to Barth. Barth sends a shot in. Goalie with a save. Puck back behind the net. Now up the boards. Back to Barth. Chips down low. To the blue line. Brecken Johnson able to hold. Tries to go to Gustafson just over his stick. Brainerd gets it back down low. Brainerd plays along the boards. Puck gets put side up the boards. Barth steps up, knocks away. Brainerd's going to get it back out in the neutral zone. Back in the Elk River zone, no icing. Norton will carry it behind the net. Looks up the boards to Schultz. Schultz to Johnson. Johnson carries in. Johnson cuts across, poked off his stick, back to the boards. Dahlberg there to play it now. Dahlberg avoids the hit. Brainerd takes it away. Kicked away. Back up the boards. Brotzel to Miller. To Lerberg. Lerberg skates it in. Lerberg's shot goes just wide. Puck comes right out in front. Back to Lerberg. Lerberg across to Brotzel. Brotzel sends that in. Goalie with a save. Puck's out in front. Elks couldn't get a shot off. Lerberg gets it back. Lerberg's shot blocked. Puck towards the blue line. Brainerd's going to get it back. Sent up ice. Back to the Elk River zone. Brotzel knocks. Lerberg there to pick it up. Lerberg to Miller. Miller tries to send. Tries to chip it backwards. Brainerd knocked it out. Battle for it, center ice. Push to the Elk River zone. Throw it across. Miller bounces off his stick, but it's on net. Goalie will cover. 1:13 remaining in the first. Brainerd throws it back behind their net. Now back up the boards. Harris there to hold. Harris shot blocked by Brainerd. Goes up. Stayed. Out. Gets it back. Brainerd takes it away. Sent up ice. Out to it. Hansen to Harris off his stick back to the Brainerd. Puck comes loose. Christian with it, plays it across to Remick. Carries in, Elks in the offsides. 37.8 remaining in the first. Elks pick it up, carried in. Harris along the boards. Harris shot, goalie will glove that. 30.5. Gustafson on the draw. Puck down low, back behind the net. Played ahead, Elks hold. Knocked off Gustafson's stick, Brainerd will get it up and out of the zone. Played across into the Elk River zone. Kicked away by Holmes. Holmes plays it ahead to Johnson, Brainerd gets it back. Played across, Elks pick it up, Gustafson clears it towards the boards. Schultz with it, behind the net with, back up the boards. They're carried up and out, that's going to end the first period. After one, Elks leading 1-0. At first intermission, Elks leading 1-0, out shooting Brainerd 12. 10-minute Zamboni break. goal from Harris. Dahlberg, Miller, Salo, Hanson, Holmes to start the second for the Elks. Stockman in net. Dahlberg on the draw. Puck played ahead. Brainerd has it at the blue line. They're right back up across. At it. Brainerd knocks it down low. Hanson picks it up in the corner. Hanson up the boards. Brainerd shot wide up the board and out of the zone, back into the Brainerd zone. Brainerd picks it up. Miller picks it up. Now Miller gets it behind the net. Out front to Dahlberg. Back behind the net. Poked away. Salo had it momentarily. Brainerd gets it back in the corner. Back up the boards. Out in the neutral. Sends it deep. Brainerd carries behind their net. Back up to the blue line, up and out. Sent deep into the Elk River zone. Stockman relieving for Holmes. Holmes drops it back for Gustafson. Gustafson has it poked off his stick. Hanson skated up, carries it up across. Holmes pushes it up ice. Miller throws it across to kicked away by Lerberg. And Lerberg up the boards. Gustafson able to play it. Brotzel had it momentarily. Brainerd along the boards. Brainerd with it. Send it across. Knocked away. Lerberg will carry it out. Lerberg with one to beat. Carries it on the Brainerd. Lerberg shot goalie. Again. Taken away by Brainerd. Moves it behind the net. Barth. This plays the pick it up. Poked off his stick. Brainerd gets it back. Remick shot goalie. Cannot make it. Trickles through. 2-0 Elk River. 7:36 remaining here in the second. Miller carried into the Brainerd zone. Miller cuts to the middle. Miller tries to get a shot. It's just wide. Salo with it. Across to Hansen. Hansen's shot. Goalie with a save. Holmes. Shot. Puck's loose out in front. Played across. Brainerd with it. Brainerd plays it ahead into the Elk River zone. Holmes behind the net. Sends it ahead to Miller. Brainerd sends it right back in the Elk River zone, but Holmes with it now. Holmes up to Salo, or Miller. Miller carries in. Miller shot. Goalie with a blocker save. Elbow off his glove. Another shot out in front. Miller tried to redirect. Hansen down low. Poked away. Battle for it down. Brainerd will get a change. Brotzel with it. Brainerd knocks it off Brotzel's stick. Shot saved by Stockman. Brotzel sends it up ice. Brainerd has it at the blue line. Dauber's able to get it out. Brainerd sends it right back in. Stick up and out of play. .12:10 remaining in the second. Into the Elk River zone, or the Brainerd zone, Johnson with it. Schultz tried to play it. His shot attempt went. Brainerd player had the puck. Landed in his breezers or where it went. Gustafson on the drop. Shot just wide of the net. Brotzel will send it down low. Brainerd sends it back up and out of the zone, all the way up ice. Stockman will play it. Over to Lurberg. Lurberg up ice to Johnson. Deflects off his stick. Cross center zone. Johnson had it momentarily. Puck comes back out of the zone. Back to Lurberg. Lurberg sends it up ice. Defense. Schultz skates it in. Schultz shot attempt goes up top to Brotzel. Brotzel sends it back down low to Gustafson. Gustafson behind the net. Pushed into the corner, back up top to Brotzel. Brotzel will take a shot. Goalie gloves with a whistle. Harris on the drop. Christian takes a shot. That's deflected off his stick. Hits the rafters with a whistle. Up top to Barth. Barth tries to play it. Get it back. Brainerd carries it up and out into the Elk River zone. Christian carries it in. He gets tied up and shoved down. Brainerd gets it back. Carries it out. Knocked away by the Elks. Brainerd gets it back at center. Norton. Brainerd has sent back into the Elk River zone. Change in the face-off in the Brainerd zone. Dahlberg on the drop. Cross to Salo. Salo comes in. Salo. Rebound comes out. Hansen can't pick. Salo tries to go to Hansen. Intercepted by Brainerd. Brainerd up by Salo. Chasing back. Plays across. Out in front. Shot attempt knocked away by Holmes. That'll be icing. Stockman slid across to play the puck. Puck came right into the crease. Brainerd player was coming in, and Holmes smartly got a stick on it and cleared it. 9:41 remaining here in the second. Brainerd plays it up high. Now back down below the goal line, behind the net. Hansen has it. Plays it across to Holmes. Holmes drops it back to Hansen. Hansen tries to go to Miller, deflects off a skate, comes to Dahlberg. Dahlberg gets tripped. Elk's going to go on a power play. Miller, they say Brainerd touched, but Miller says they did not. Miller was going in untouched on the goalie. Elk's on the power play, 9:23 remaining. Gustafson will take the draw. At the blue line, played ahead. Johnson tried to leave for Gustafson. Brainerd says in the net. At the blue line. Hansen up ice. Lurberl carried into the Brainerd zone. He's ridden to the boards. Brainerd's going to get it back down low. Christian knocks it away. Remick behind the net comes back to up top to Brotzel. Brotzel to Holmes. To Harris. Harris steps in, shot. Stick on it, comes back to Brotzel. Puck down in the corner. 37 seconds left on the power play. Pushed up the boards. Holmes kicks it away. In the corner. Behind the net. Fires, goalie with a block, rebound comes out, another shot, goalie with a save. That will be icing. Start this